Nomkhulwane, 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 mama, nomkhulwane, 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 Thokozani Camagwini Lesedihanya Ndaweshewe Tobela Ninjani Dumelang Kwaziwai Nangadef Muribanji. How is everyone doing? And habari gani to the Kenyans? How is everyone doing this evening? Thokozeni family, please keep tapping the screen. Somebody's like, I'm trying to learn isiZulu so bad. At least you're saying isiZulu. So somebody else would have written, I'm trying to learn Zulu. isiZulu, isiSuthu. How is everybody doing this evening? Hello. Please come on in. Keep tapping the screen so we get up in the algorithm. I have a message. I need Obagwantu in the house. Come on. Let's get together. Let's do this. It's really important. And it's funny because I got these two bits of information as separate. And then, the way spirit works sometimes is you'll come across something. And the first part I'm going to share with you is something that I actually came across. And then the second part is the download about everything that is happening currently so that we have a deeper understanding. We have a deeper understanding of the whole grand scheme, because not understanding the grand scheme is what's going to keep us trapped in the minutiae. It's going to keep us trapped in the mundane. It's going to keep us trapped in the little things. It's going to keep us trapped and distracted from actually the bigger picture. Sometimes you have to literally not look at what's happening directly in front of you and cast yourself outward in order to see the bigger picture. And I want to assist Abantu, I want to assist our family to do this so that we stay the course, This is very important. So please keep tapping. Let's see how many more people come on, and then I'll get right into it. The one thing I'm going to tell you guys is you're going to have to sing and dance like there's no tomorrow, okay? You're going to have to sing and dance. You're going to have to stomp your feet on Great Mother Earth, and you're going to have to send up those chants and those songs and those invocations. I think that perhaps, and this is just coming to me now, what we ought to do is create a lot of these and just spread them all over social media with how to sing them and what the words are, what it means, so that you get going, because you'll understand why this is so important. Okay, so I think I will get started so that I'm not here forever. Thokozeni, everybody. I see some people greetings. Love you all so much too, family. So I found out today, in fact, I found out today that Iran sits on a Stargate, and it's called Stargate number 10. For those people who don't understand what a Stargate is an energetic portal. A Stargate is an energetic portal, right? It's like an energy vortex. And there are several of these all over the world, actually, right? They are all over the world. I know that in South Africa, we have Inzalo Yelanga, which is what which is where, the positioning of the African calendar comes from. I know that in Great Zimbabwe, there are several of them. One of which is actually the Great Zimbabwe, as they call it, which is the huge stone architectural monument that was built millennia ago by our ancestors. Obviously, they are scattered all over the world, these stargates. So most times you find that where you find pyramids, there is a stargate. And the stargates consist of a line of longitude and a line of latitude where they cross. That crossing of those ley lines, as they're called, is where we call it an energy vortex, because a vortex moves in this way. And I've already explained that energy moves in a spiral downward, right? So there is in Iran Stargate 10, and this is a stargate which millennia ago used to anchor eternal life energy into Mother Earth. If you have read anything about our ancient ancestors, they used to live a very long time. They used to live a very long time. They used to live a very, very, very long time. And that is because of certain stargates, like Stargate 10, that anchored the frequency or energy of eternal life, meaning that this avatar could actually live longer than it does now, right? I'm not going to play in terms of how many hundreds of years or whatever, because quite frankly, how they measure time, then how we measure time now, I don't know. And I don't want to say, but take it from me when I say it was an anchor point for eternal life. Now, for millennia, remember, centuries are hundreds and hundreds of years. Millennia are thousands and thousands of years. That Stargate was hijacked. That Stargate was hijacked. And when it was hijacked, what happened is frequencies were shot through it that literally caused Mother Earth's frequency to drop. So energy that would sort of give Great Mother Earth and the original inhabitants of Great Mother Earth eternal life were blocked. And instead, what was being pushed through was energy that would literally stop that. So I need you guys to understand that part. We have probably for years and years been told that, the wars in the Middle East are about oil. No. The wars in the Middle East are bigger. That whole area is like a very precious piece of real estate because of this Stargate. So those who are anti-Great Mother, those who are anti-life, want that Stargate to stay trapped so that these frequencies the frequency of eternal life cannot pass through. Are you hearing me? So now we have a situation. So now you know that not everything is always as it appears, guys. I've often said this, they start what looks like a proxy war here. They start a war there. They start doing this here. Don't sit and look at the surface level of things. This is why it is so important to awaken, because then you have the ability, or you will get that prompting that says, no, look deeper. Look deeper at this thing. It's not what it looks like. It's not what it seems. So all along we're thinking, the war is about oil, It's never been about that. It's been about this Stargate that is crucial to how everything, if the Stargate breaks free, and it can with our help, and this is what I'm going to talk to you about. If this Stargate breaks free, there will be an immediate and drastic change to how things are right now on this planet. All of us are tired of what's going on this planet. So if that Stargate breaks free. Where are my grid workers? See, I've been talking about grid work. And I've been talking about grid work before this information came to me, that the grid workers are needed. The grid workers are important, without even knowing why I was saying that, until this came to me. And I was like, this is why. All these portals all over the world that have been hijacked by dark magic practitioners, hijacked by those who intend to keep the frequency of Great Mother Earth low, so that our frequency can also be low. They know what time it is. And that's why it's time for us to know what time it is. Now, here's the second bit of information that then came to me after finding this information. What if I were to, and by the way, that portal, Stargate 10, is called Abaddon. 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 Here's something. Now I want you to listen carefully, because this is where you all come in. What if I put it to you that all this Epstein stuff and all this stuff coming out and these horrific things they are doing, what if I was to tell you that they're doing that intentionally? Because they are. They are doing it intentionally, because think about it. All this information has been under wraps for so long. And there are so many famous and powerful people that are engaged and involved in all of this. You mean to tell me if they didn't want it out, it wouldn't have stayed closed up? There is a reason that it's being released at this point. And that's the reason you guys need to latch on to. Distraction, distraction, distraction. Traumatize, traumatize, traumatize equals low vibration, low vibration, low vibration. Can you guys hear me real quick? Just give me some hearts if you can hear me, or just write we can hear you, because I just had a call try to come in and I want to make sure that you guys can still hear me. Yes, you can hear me? Somebody just say yes, we can hear you. Can you guys hear me? Perfect. Okay, I'm going to carry on then. So, distraction, 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 anxiety, trauma, worry, fear equals low vibration, which basically means low vibration means we cannot assist Great Mother in raising her vibration. And also we're distracted as to the efforts they're making to keep Stargate 10 closed. So, they are bringing this information out. They are bringing this information out for this very purpose. Now, what I wanted to tell you guys is that, please, I keep saying this how many times, and I'm going to keep saying it, please don't be distracted. Please do not allow them to drag you into something that has nothing to do with you. Rather, focus on the things you have control of. What are the things you have control of? Other than taking care of your families, other than making sure you have food, you have water, and all those things. If you work a job those are the things you can take care of in the immediate. The other things on a spiritual level you can take care of is to stay high vibrational. What that means is you're going to need to, when these images of them doing things to little girls, because think about it, did we really need our timelines flooded with horrific videos of them doing things to little girls? Did we really need our timelines flooded with images of just horrendous things, horrible things? Did we need those images of them eating them little girls? Like literally cooking and eating them. Like, did we need that? No, they know exactly what they're doing. It's shock your system, keep you low vibrational, have you having nightmares, because now your nervous system is so jacked up. You're having nightmares and dreaming all sorts of things that have nothing to do with what you should be receiving in the dreamscape, which is your downloads, which is the way forward, and so on and so forth. Guys, when I keep saying we're in a war and this is not a game, I'm serious. So now here they are releasing all of this stuff and it's coming. And if you notice, they're very systematic about it. You cannot go on X. Every third video is a horrible video. Here's your trick. Scroll past it. The same way as on X, every fourth video is porn. Scroll past that shit. All this is by design. That's why they have us on social media. That's why they created these platforms, so that they could manipulate, so they could mind manipulate. Once you manipulate the mind, you manipulate the emotions, which is energy motion. Anywhere where you put your emotions, that is what grows. Where your energy goes is where things will grow. So what we need to be, and yes, somebody is saying the lust is heavy right now. And I'm telling you, self-discipline and impulse control are absolutely necessary at this time. I've been saying it for almost over a year. Go celibate. Just like we need energy retention. You understand me? Because they have systems and things to hijack your energy, even when you think your energy is towards you. And sex is one of them. At the moment where you lose control and you release and you have an out-of-body experience, they're busy siphoning that. So you are inadvertently and unknowingly and without even, well, you give consent because you're doing what you're doing. But I would say you are inadvertently and unknowingly giving energy to this very system. That's how they're siphoning energy. You think all this thing they're doing is just because they are, pure evil? You're looking at it from a 3D. You're looking at it as just a person. If you're going to go, oh my God, they're awful. No, it's deeper. There is no act that they are doing right now that does not have a spiritual significance. Understand that, because they understood it way before you did. Everything starts in the spiritual realm. So by the time we are seeing things happening here, they've already been orchestrating all sorts of things. So I put it to you to say, please stay away from all that stuff. You can't do anything about it. What you can do is, now that you know about Stargate 10, is that you can focus your meditation and your energy there. You can sit in meditation. Take a look at a map. Take a look at it. So that when you close your eyes, you can cast yourself to that place. See yourself singing and dancing at that place. Sing out loud. In your house, dance, but your mind is cast there. Your mind is cast there, where our high vibration will assist in blasting open that Stargate. I know it sounds crazy, but you know we can do it. We can do it. I know so. That's why I'm coming here with this message. You're going to need to vibe so high, family. If it means waking up in the morning before you do anything, putting some music on, and put conscious music, because they've also hijacked the frequency of our music. That is why a lot of our music is derogatory. A lot of our music is lust-inducing. A lot of our music is, violent. They've done that on purpose. So pick what you're going to dance to, and dance and sing. Raise your vibration on your way to work. Play high vibe conscious music. Excuse me. Play high vibrational conscious music. Surround yourself with high vibrational conscious music. Because that is, the more high vibe we are, the more we are going to be able to destroy this thing once and for all. We're tired. Come across any videos, TikTok, YouTube doesn't allow that stuff. So you won't see any of that nonsense. I think Facebook to a certain extent, but it's X and TikTok. Scroll past that shit. Guys, you already know. It's like we've known what they've been doing. Do you really need to feed yourself, because that's what you're ingesting. You're feeding your psyche those horrible images. Do you need to? If somebody says they're eating babies, do you need to see them eating babies? Do you? Because part of that is also a desensitization process that they are doing for whatever it is they intend to unleash on us next. They've desensitized us to too much. And my empaths know this. My empaths know what it feels like when you are bombarded by things like that. It messes you up. It messes up your nervous system. It literally will block your intuition. So don't put yourself there. Rather, now that you know what's out there, now that you know what's up, you know how to deal. We know how to move. Somebody says, yes, it can, yes, corrupting the masses with the Epstein files. Yeah, basically to keep us low vibrational so they can use that energy. And as long as we're low vibrational, that's why I keep telling you guys, we need consciousness and awareness. And we need to get to that place where we don't feel like we're victims of anything. As long as we're feeling like there are things that are happening and we're not in control, you've got a problem because you've immediately outsourced your power to them. You've literally volunteered your power. What you need to do is know who you are and say, I am, and life happens through me, because that is the reality. Everything else they're trying to do is to have you believe that life is happening, things are happening to us. We've got to shift that mindset, shift that mentality. And that is literally what taking our power back looks like. And then you make sure you're calling your energy back north, south, east, and west. You make sure that you're taking your emotions, your energy, and you're applying it spiritually to where it's most needed for us to break through this. In Ndlovukazi, we will be working very closely together on issues like this, but I think the collective all needs to know because it's all hands on deck. When Stargate 10 was hijacked, what it did was it totally suppressed and erased the divine feminine voice. And it corrupted the masculine. Those are the two things that came through. Suppressed the divine feminine voice, tried to erase her, and then corrupted the divine masculine. So that darkness that's over there, that Stargate removed, I'm telling you, like I said, the removal of that, the destruction of that hold, the destruction and annihilation of those frequencies that are hijacking this Stargate and instead pumping through all these negative frequencies. If that's reversed, yeah, some are saying that'll be it, game over, just like that. So I'm gonna repost this on YouTube. If you're not following me on YouTube, please guys go follow, like, share, subscribe, share these videos out. Share these out with people you have spiritual discussions with. It's really, really important, Just share them out, if you have groups that you have going on, share them to your people that you have, spiritual discussions on. And if in your spiritual groups you guys are focusing on this 3D stuff, the Epstein, shift and get practical. One of the things I've always said to people, being spiritual is not about how much knowledge you have. Being spiritual is about how you apply that knowledge. That is why I never come here with information and then not give you something practical that you can do. Because otherwise it's useless information. As long as it's knowledge that's just sitting there, what does that help you in any way? The same way as this information they're giving up about SPC, what are we going to do about that? Nothing. So why are we going to deal with it? Why are we going to bother ourselves? We now know what's going on, okay? I can bet you that by this stage, every A-lister is on there. So we may not, like for me, I'm not going to worry myself about who's on there. I think I've seen enough. But it's safe to say probably all A-listers are on there. I think yesterday it came through that Piers Morgan is on there. Okay, so who is not? Who is not? Because it looks like Epstein was the man. His face is even on the money. Who is that? What is that creature, though, guys? What is that creature? Because you're not telling me it's a human. It's not. What is it? Now, that's none of my business right now. I'm in the business of trying to help Great Mother so we can save ourselves and this planet. And these very creatures that are trying to destroy are not even supposed to be here. Doesn't belong to them. They came like thieves in the night as usual. So we got to stay on point, stay focused, and like I said, sing. As for Indlovukazi, the queens, you need to be making sure you are twirling those hips, you are twerking up a storm like you are doing the things. You need to get into exercises to open your pelvis because you're the powerhouse in all of this. And that's why I'm working with women, because I'm like, no. This needs that intervention. But for the brothers, you also start dancing and chanting and sun gazing and doing all the things. But mainly dancing. If you can just dance, stomp her, sing to her. Make up your own chants if you can't find chants. I'm going to put up some chants. If you can't find any, listen, make it up. I just gave you one that I was singing. I was singing to her. That's a simple one. You can put it everywhere. Get a drum and start drumming to it. It's a very simple beat. Get going. That is what being spiritual is. Let's get to work. Let's get to work. And while we're doing that, speak protection over your energy. Speak protection over yourself. Speak protection over your family. Because they're not going to take this sitting down. We already know this. Let's remember each other as we speak protection, so that we create a beautiful internet of protection around ourselves. They can't win. They're not that powerful. They're not. They think they are, and they only think they are, and are in that illusion because at some point or another in history, we failed on something. And we're not doing this on our own, trust me. Great Mother, in all her manifestations, is fighting back. She's purging, she's cleansing. At the same time, we have our stellar ancestors. They're already here and they're already doing what they need to do. So you do your part. Right there in your home, you do your part. And we're going to come out of this. Like I always say, last kicks of a dying horse are the most dangerous. And that horse is not kicking us. We're staying away from that horse, but we're doing what we got to do. Ne? I love you, Black Nation. I love you so much. Ne? And catch you on the next one. Let's toes in.